Now it's time for Conservation Station. We take a look at where our hunting and fishing money goes and exactly how it helps the wildlife.
All right, everybody, thanks for joining us today, and we got kind of a special segment here. We've got Mary Brandt with the American Red Cross. Again, as active, responsible hunters, we are active in the community, and a great way to do that is to give blood, and it's pretty simple stuff, isn't it, Mary?
It sure is. Many people tell me, I don't have a lot of money to give, but I do have blood and I do have time, and that's what it takes. Everybody can donate blood, and the need for blood is constant. I cover what's called the Northern New England region. That includes Vermont, Maine, and New Hampshire. For our region alone, we have to collect 700 pints of blood every day to maintain a sufficient blood supply for the hospitals that we work with.
Again, this is a renewable resource, our blood, just like our wildlife, so it doesn't hurt you.
It's renewable, and with all of the scientific and technical advances, there is no replacement for healthy volunteer blood donors.
It's so important, it can literally save lives. And Ashley here in the middle is a great example of that. Not yourself, but you had a young child, your youngest, right?
Yes.
Tell us a little bit of that story.
So Marley spent 3 months in the NICU, and during that time she had a surgery where she lost a lot of her blood. And coming out of surgery, she needed to have blood and even platelets replaced up to 6 days after surgery.
And you said 3 months.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
Wow, and I understand it was like a lot of blood too, right?
Yes, they said that she had lost over twice the total amount of blood from her body.
Twice
over the course of the week.
Blood volume.
Oh, wow.
You are now a blood donor, right?
Yes.
And let me, just out of curiosity, did you donate before this?
No.
You didn't. So it was the same exact instance where these are surprises, just like getting lost in the woods. No one plans on getting lost. No one plans on needing blood. But when the time comes, it's pretty cool that it's there, right?
Yes.
You know, Ashley, when your daughter started to receive these blood and platelet donations, I realized that you were in the midst of a real crisis. But at one point, did you start thinking, oh my God, you know, this is saving her life? Or
Yeah, absolutely. For those 6 days, feared every day that we, would lose her, and just having that blood supply there to give her is what kept her alive.
I'm a big baby. I can hear your voice cracking even talking about it. That makes me want to cry too. We've saved an infant's life here, and that's one example out of millions and millions.
this is really what puts the human face on the need for blood. I think it's human nature that you don't really think about where blood comes from until you need it.
From start to finish for me was not only simple, but very, very rewarding. And I bet you'll second that motion, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. I try to bring a friend every time I go.
Nice.
The last time I went to the Legion a couple of weeks ago, there was a blood drive, and I recruited a couple of my coworkers to come with me. We went right after work, and
Thank you.
so every time, bring a friend, bring a family member.
Give blood, save a life. It's awesome. I appreciate both you guys. Mary, thank you for coming. Ashley, too, for sharing your
Thank
story.
you.
Everybody stay tuned. We'll get back to the show.